Aaron here. Simon Says Farms, and hopefully you took that disclaimer seriously, because today we're talking about getting close to your food. How close can you get to your food? Some options for you, and we're gonna start off pretty simple. Plant a garden. It's not that difficult, right? You could grow some tomatoes, some lettuce, some peppers. I mean, even in the off season, because it's freaking cold out here, it's December. You know, got a bunch of peppers in our freezer that are waiting for the next batch of Swanky Sauce, right? Next level gardening is a greenhouse. And yes, if you're following our channel, it has taken us forever to build this greenhouse. We have so much more work to do on it, but hopefully it'll get done very soon. We're gonna move on to chickens next. Why don't you just buy chicken at the store where no chicken had to get hurt? We're moving over to the chicken coop. You want to have some fresh eggs? Get yourself some chickens. Maybe 5 or 10. 10 could be a lot though, because in the on season, chicken laying egg season, you're gonna have like 10 eggs a day. What are you gonna do with all of them? So really, 5 is a good starting flock. You get yourself some girls, maybe girls only, or get one boy and a couple girls, and you have yourself some chickens. I can't open the damn door, but chickens are chickens. They lay eggs. You feed them grain and water and a nice housing, and that's what they do. They lay eggs. On average, 1 egg a day. Usually here in New England from about April through November. And what you could do if you're getting way too many eggs during that season is you could take those eggs, you could scramble them, put them in a 1-gallon bag, freeze them. So in the off season, you defrost it and you have some scrambled eggs. You could even supplement a light and fake it, because that's why they stop laying, because they're not getting enough sunlight, and fake it so they get more light and then they lay more eggs. But it's chicken. You can even eat the bird if you want to. That's how you get meat. It's amazing. It's universal. Now our dual purpose, we use them for eggs, and then after 3-4 years, maybe if they're not laying anymore, we use them for meat. Very healthy, good for our family. That's like chicken stew, chicken soup, things like that, maybe some chilies. Not really your typical, you know, boneless, skinless chicken breast you see at the grocery store, because that shit's half water. You don't want to go anywhere near that if you don't have to. This is much better. And you could also raise chickens just for meat. That's a different process. You buy meat birds and you raise them for a good 10-12 weeks, I'm thinking. That's chicken. It's pretty simple. Okay, this is where it gets a little controversial. Rabbit meat. Wait a second. This isn't a meat rabbit. This is a meat rabbit. So American chinchillas are the most popular meat rabbit, I think. I'm not sure. At least from what I know, they're the popular meat rabbit. Quick Google correction. The New Zealand and the Californian bunnies are actually the most popular meat bunnies. I know, they're the popular meat rabbit size. They're also great pets. We've won a lot of shows with them. We raise very nice American chinchillas, and they can get quite big in the meat rabbit world. I want to say this one's probably pushing close to 10 pounds, which is big for a rabbit, right? Now, we've done meat rabbit before, but I'm a cooker man. I wouldn't want to call myself a chef, really. I'd love to own my own restaurant someday. Note. My point is, I haven't figured out how to make good rabbit recipes. So let me put this guy back. My point there is, because I don't know how to cook it right, we have not moved to the rabbit meat. We might try it again at some point, but it's very popular in some cultures. It's actually a little different than chicken, but it's rabbit meat. So it's another way to get closer to your food. High quality, none of that crap that you see in the grocery store, you know, it all. Insert this salt, insert this medication, that. It's really good. And they're actually a lot easier to process than chickens. That's it. They don't lay eggs though. They do not poop out eggs. The next level, goat meat. Now, most people in the US are not too familiar with goat meat. The Jamaican community, the Spanish, we can't forget our favorite Indian restaurants. Amazing goat food. That's where you'll find a lot. I know in Jamaican restaurants, curry goat. There's this place a little north of us that has goat meat in there. You pee on me, you will be goat meat. But we don't raise goat meat. We have some goat meat in our freezer. There's a butcher down the road we can get it from, because it's actually really good. And it's the most consumed red meat in the world. Just not in the US. We're a cow country, which we'll talk about in a minute. But really, if you have a chance, go out outside the norm, find yourself a really good butcher or even maybe a farmer in your area that raises some goats, because it could be a high quality type of meat. Now, most of our goats, as you know, we're dairy goats. We're not a meat goat farm. These are like my wife's dogs. They get taken care of better than most humans. Before we head over to the last and final way we on Simon Sauce Farms get close to our food, I wanted to bring out some of it. Hopefully you're not a little freaked out. We once had one lady say, why don't you just buy chicken at the store where no chicken had to get hurt? I'm telling you, people don't understand. So that's a rabbit right there. You could roast it just like a chicken, or I gotta figure out how to cook it, but that's what that is. That's a rabbit. This is goat meat, right? Little tiny T-bones, kind of cool in that form. It looks like a steak, but it's a tiny T-bone. Probably braise it in the oven, a little red wine or something. And this is what we're gonna move to next. We label it as veal, but see how red that is? It's kind of a baby beef. We raise our cow to about 200 days old. Let's head over there and we'll explain it. We're heading over to the cow. So we raise a cow once a year off our goat milk. So our goats make milk. We feed all the milk to our cow. Our cow grows up on milk and grass and hay and a little tiny bit of grain in the last, say, 30 to 60 days. Here at our cow, our baby beef, Wellington. Wellington's about 195 days old. Most dairy farmers would have gotten rid of him early in the first couple days, 3, 4, 5 days straight out to auction. He probably would have only made it anywhere between 30 to 90 days for veal, but we grow him out for baby beef 200 days old-ish. He's about, like I said, 195. By the time you guys see this video, he will be in our freezer. And you know, we respect and love this guy. He does everything for our family. You know, it's a sacrifice, but it's much better lifestyle for him and much better quality food for our family, to be able to know that what we put into him is what we get. Our kids respect their food 100%. They respect it while it's alive, they respect it while it's on their plate, and they don't waste it. And we truly appreciate everything this big boy has done for us and our family. Wellington, we love you, man. Yeah, he made me all methy. So with that said, Simon Says Farms, we do it for us. We raise our food for our family. We may even raise a couple more baby beefs for other families around here that just don't have the land or the time to raise it, so we'll raise it for them. I'm not allowed to sell beef, too many government laws and things in the way, but what I could do is I could sell you the animal and tell you where to bring it, and it's about a half an hour away. Our butcher takes care of the cow for us, all humane, all like the proper ways, right? They know what they're doing. They've been doing it for over 100 years, and that's what we do. I mean, that's how we do it. If you got questions below, or you don't feel it's right, or you're passionate about just go buy your beef at the grocery store, take a look at some of these images. You really want your cows growing up that way? Come on, seriously. So before we sign out, Liz had a couple words she wanted to say.
Oh, I want everybody to know, like, as much as this is a process that we've done now for 3 years with our cow and everything, it doesn't get easier. It's hard to have an animal, raise it for, 200 days, like 3 days old,
yep,
and not get attached. It's not easy, but this is what we chose for our family. We wanted to start this farm so that we could get out of the grocery stores and know exactly where our food came from. Not just like what was put into our food, but like that it was raised humanely. We're all raised on grass and grain that's corn-free, and like just no antibiotics, no growth hormones, none of that crap that's causing our kids to enter into early puberty and have food allergies and all of that. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. It's I don't have anything else to say other than it's just not easy. And it hurts. But we're thankful and grateful for his sacrifice, and that the time we got to spend with him. Our motto for all of our animals, it's not the quantity of life, it's the quality of life.
Driving out with an empty trailer makes you think, are you really doing the right thing for your family? To eat quality food that you know what's in it, you know where it came from, you put your heart and soul into it.